Hi, I'm Mark, this is Mark's Tech Vlogs on YouTube, and today I'm going to bring you guys a review of the Euki X11. Now, if you've been on this channel for a while, you'll know that I have previously reviewed Euki's previous model of this dashcam. Now, that was a dashcam I purchased for myself, and actually I had this one in my wishlist on Amazon when Euki reached out and offered to send me one to review. That means I haven't paid for this product, but it is a product I was genuinely looking at as a consumer. But also, whenever a company says they want to send me something for free to review, I always say that's great, but I will always make an honest review. And in the past, I've genuinely had companies not come back to me when I've said that. Euki isn't one of those. So this is my honest review of the X11. And this is a Wi-Fi enabled dual dashcam. That means you have a camera at the front and a camera mounted at the back of your car as well. The front camera shoots in 4K and the rear in 1080p. And the two key things between this and the previous model is the bumped up spec on the front camera and the fact that a rear camera now exists. So let's start off with price. So this costs around £70 on Amazon. And when you consider you get front and rear dashcams included plus a memory card, this actually isn't bad value. In the box you obviously get the front and rear dashcam, and you get a few other bits as well. So nicely you get a spare sticky pad just in case you need to change cars or windscreens. You also get a nice long charging cable. And the nice thing about this compared to the previous model of charging cable is that this one has a USB port on it. That means if you use your 9-volt charger to power your dashcam, you don't lose a USB port in your car. You get some screws in case you want to rear mount that camera to the outside of your car rather than using a sticky pad on the windscreen. You get the instructions, you get a little tool for poking away your cables, and you get a 64GB micro SD card. That means you really do get everything in this box you're going to need. So let's talk about design. So the main camera, so the one that goes on your front windscreen, has a nice slim design. On one side you've got a memory card slot and port for the power cable and also the rear camera. That camera is attached to a magnetic mount and that is adjustable. The main thing you're going to notice from the video you can see is that this camera doesn't have a screen on it. This is because all of the settings and all of the viewing of footage is done via a smartphone app. Now this is my preference when it comes to dashcams because it keeps them nice and small and tucked out the way, and also I don't really like screens on dashcams because I find them very distracting. And that means when I have had dashcams in the past with screens, I always have the screen off all the time anyway. Not having it makes this the ideal camera for me. And then the rear camera also has a nice slim design. If like me you opt to stick it on your rear windscreen, you can also adjust that mount. Likewise, if you do screw it to the outside of your car, you can also adjust it. All in all, I think the design is great and compact. So let's talk about the spec. So that front camera can shoot in 4K, and then it has a 170-degree wide angle. The rear camera can only shoot in 1080p and has a 140-degree wide angle. Both support a night mode. The front camera has Wi-Fi built in, and this is used for transferring video and adjusting settings. And then of course it has crash detection as well, and you can adjust the sensitivity of this in the app. And that crash detection basically means if it detects a crash happens, it will lock the footage that was taken at that time, so that footage will not get wiped over. Now, thankfully this isn't something I have tested, but it's great to know it features. You can also choose how long the video loops are within the app as well. By default it is 1 minute. And of course you can toggle if it records audio as well. Now this camera does also feature a 24-hour parking mode, but like every single dashcam that features this, you will need to hardwire it in. This means it isn't something I've tested. If you do want that, you're going to need a 9-volt USB-C hardwiring kit. And then for memory, the included card is 64GB, but it can take up to 128GB. And really, I think this camera basically packs in everything you want from a camera. So let's talk about fitting and setup. So fitting it is obviously going to vary depending on your car, but generally it's a pretty simple process. Personally, this is the order I found best. So firstly, you're going to want to mount that front camera onto your windscreen. Then you're going to want to mount that rear camera to your rear windscreen. From there, I recommend getting the back cable to the front and plugging it into the camera. Don't tuck it away, just bring it loose on the inside of your car. I recommend then doing exactly the same with the power cable at the front. From there, you can tuck both cables in alongside each other, starting at the front of your car. Of course, you reach a point where the cables separate off and you then head to the back and tuck all those in. Now I did it this way because I knew from previous dashcams I had a little bit of space at the back of my car where I could tuck away excess cable, and I had plenty of excess cable. That means if you've got a bigger car than me, I reckon even something like an estate could easily have this camera fitted. From there, you're going to want to turn on your ignition and download the 𝐠𝐤𝐽𝐻 app. You can get this for Apple or Android. The next step is to go into your phone Wi-Fi settings and find the Wi-Fi for the camera and put in a passcode that is included in the instructions. Then you head back to the camera and add the plus icon. From there, it connects to the camera and allows you to do things like tweak a few settings. The most important thing to do at this stage is to format your memory card, which you must do the first time you set this camera up. From there, you're good to go. So what is it like to use? And really, this is one of those products that once you've got it installed, as soon as you turn on your car, it starts recording and that's all you need to worry about. The light will come on the device and it flashes blue when it's not connected to Wi-Fi. You'll also get an audible voice saying that it is recording. Now this camera records in loops and it wipes the oldest footage first. It records rear and front separately. By default it records in 1 minute loops, and I think this is probably about right. You can set this to longer if you want. Now, as I said, this device doesn't have a screen, so if you want to check your angles, you will need to connect on the app and have a look at some of the footage that's been recorded. In the app, you do get a live view of the front camera, but no preview of the rear, unless that's hidden somewhere and I've not found it. Of course, you can use that live view to adjust the angle. It's also in the app you'll check out previous footage. And generally, this camera just works really well. You turn on ignition, it starts recording, you get to the end of your journey, you turn off your car and it stops. That little bit of audio feedback helps you know it's working, and in using this I've found that the quality is just really good. And this applies to both day and night mode, and I'm trying to show you as much footage as I can throughout this video. Of course, the front-facing camera, as you'd expect, is far better quality, especially at night. That's not to say the rear camera is bad, but the quality of the front does make it a bit more obvious. Of course, the audio quality is also pretty good, but most of the time it's just you talking to your passenger, and you can switch off that feature if you don't want it. And I think really with the video footage, the question most people will know with dashcams is this going to be sufficient quality to use if I ever needed to for whatever reason? And the answer is yes. If for some reason you want to get footage off the camera, you can do that by connecting to the camera via the Wi-Fi and the smartphone app. From there, you can browse through the footage on the device, find the clips you want to save and download them. Once you've downloaded them, they are saved in the 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐾 app, and you can choose whether you want to send them to someone or add them to your online files or whatever. It's worth noting that this Wi-Fi transfer is a little bit slow, but I think that's probably what you'd expect for Wi-Fi video transfer. And most of the time you're just going to download 1 or 2 clips, not every clip on your camera. Of course, if you did want faster transfer, you could take the memory card out and pop it into a computer. It's worth noting if you do this, that footage seems to save in an unusual .ts format. That means you might need to convert it online, or you might need a program like VNC to actually play it. That means downloading it to your phone via the Wi-Fi, and the app is certainly the best option. And it's also worth noting that the sound quality is fine. Although I do tend to switch this feature off on dashcams just for the privacy of my passengers. So all in all, what's the verdict on the Euki X11? For me, this is the perfect dashcam. I love the compact design, I like that there's no screen and that everything is done via a smartphone app, and it just works. The video quality is really good, and I just have been really impressed with it. Like I said, I bought a previous model for myself and loved it, and I'm really grateful to them to send this out to me because I haven't had to buy it. And it also gives me a chance to share a review with you guys. I also think at the £70 price point it is really good value. The only downside I'd say is just that rear camera quality isn't as good as the front camera. That's not really a criticism, and it's something that's very common with dashcams, but it is just something to note. If you guys have got any questions, do stick them below because this is something I'm still using on a regular basis. If you do want to pick one up, I have put a link below. This will go to whichever country you're in and is an affiliate link. That means you'll go to Amazon in whichever country you are, and I will get a very small amount of what you spend. That just helps this channel out because this isn't my full-time job. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys again soon.